This is part 2 of my animal wish list at Pilsen Zoo. So far, I've found 2 out of 11 animals and missed the one I wanted the most. After leaving the tropical house, I continued following the map, searching for the animals on my list. Next stop, the African Mammal House. This building is divided into 2 sections, a nocturnal area and a daytime area. Nocturnal houses are actually quite rare in zoos. And the reason is pretty straightforward. They are hard to maintain. Keeping a fully reversed in the day-night cycle running long-term is not exactly easy. So whenever I come across one, I tend to take my time. It feels like a bit of luxury. In theory, there are 2 animals from my list here, but in practice, series sometimes need a small adjustment. Take the greater hedgehog tenrec for example. It's extremely rare in European zoos. I went through the nocturnal house several times, very carefully looking for it each time, and the result was consistent. I didn't say it once. Apparently, being saying it's just not part of its priorities. That said, overall, I was actually quite lucky, because most of the animals here were very active. Like this one, the lesser Egyptian jerboa. The last time I saw one was at Prague Zoo, and it disappeared almost immediately. I've always liked these little rodents, so as soon as I knew they were here, they went straight onto my list. And this time, they were incredibly cooperative, fully active, fully visible. Basically available for as long as I wanted to watch or feel. Jerboas are strictly nocturnal, so this kind of environment is the only place where you can really see them switched on. Which, in a way, is actually why nocturnal houses exist. I once read a very interesting description. During courtship, the male stands on its hind legs, faces the female, and then rhythmically taps her with its front limbs. Maybe like this? I'm not entirely sure. Also, just look at those hind legs. The proportions are kind of ridiculous. Give it a basketball, it might be able to dunk. In this Africa night, I saw around 15 species of nocturnal animals, and about half of them were rodents. Aside from the ones on my list, here are a few others I managed to capture. This is the Saharan striped parakeet, a member of the weasel family, and my first time seeing one. Fennec fox, very common in zoos, but still remarkably well designed. This is a Whitsun tree hyrax. As far as I know, it only kept in Czech zoos in Europe. They have a patch on their back with a different color. That's actually a dorsal sand gland. This one, for some reason, has lost most of the fur in that area, which makes it a bit more obvious than usual. This enclosure is a mixed exhibit. Straw-colored fruit bats above and African brush-tailed porcupines below. Another mixed setup here, South African spring hares on the ground, and garnet great galagos up in the trees. This kind of vertical layering is actually quite common in zoos. Fat sand rat, a very honest name. Pale gerbil. Callan's dormouse, with a tail that almost steals the spotlight. Caro's bunny mouse, very hard not to like. And finally, the round-eared elephant shrew. It looks like a rodent, but is actually not related at all. A bit of an evolutionary plot twist. That wraps up the nocturnal section. Right next door is the daytime area, much smaller, only about 5 or 6 species. This is the black and rufous elephant shrew, a relative of the one we just saw. This species has shown up on my channel a few times already. I like them a lot, so whenever I see one, I tend to stop and say hello. And here are the banded mongooses. Constantly busy, it's actually hard to catch them standing still. Finally, this section connects to the barbarian lands enclosure, though most of the time, they prefer staying in their larger outdoor habitat. So, what does a lion do when presented with a proper meal? First, a quick inspection, and then it walks away. Apparently, life has been treating it pretty well. It's eating grass. And that's for the African Mammal house. My progress is now at 3 out of 11. Next stop, the Madagascar house, just a short walk ahead. That area is by far the most densely packed part of my list.